Now you might be asking, what does Hebrews 4:12 have to do with Psalm 139? I find it interesting. The Hebrew word that we translate as searched, that we just said means to examine intimately, its literal meaning is to penetrate. So the first thing the Word of God does is the same thing that David wrote God had done in him. The Word of God searches us far more than we will ever search the Word of God. And yes, being searched, being convicted, being exposed can be difficult. But when we avoid or resist being searched, we prevent the healing and the transformation, even the redemption that God desires for us. Just like I slowed being reunited with Noah by fighting and arguing with the security guard in Hong Kong, many of us are slowing the healing process. We're slowing the transformation process. We're slowing the maturing process because we keep arguing with what God shows us about ourselves. We keep telling him, no, not me. I'm not proud. I'm not angry. I'm not immature. I'm not selfish. I'm not lustful. I'm not this and I'm not that. But he wouldn't show you if he didn't want to heal you. Instead of trying to convince yourself that you're better than the Word says you are, let the Word have the final say so you can become what God says you can be. So many of us are stuck in our lives. Some of us, and forgive me, some of us have not matured for a long time. Some of us are the same in our spiritual lives now as we were a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and further. And it's all because we will not yield to the convicting voice of the Spirit as shown through the Word of God. We keep explaining why we're okay the way we are, rather than acknowledging, I am not who I was created to be. See, protecting ourselves from the pain of being searched only keeps us from the joy of being whole. It only keeps us from the wonder of being known. And how many of us have said, once we finally relented, how many of us have said, I don't know why I waited so long? I don't know why. How many of us have felt that sting of regret that I could have done this so long ago? I want to tell you, don't carry that regret, but also do not create it. Yield. Trust Him. Submit, surrender, acknowledge, be honest about the whole thing. Because it's not just be honest because God knows, it's be honest because God has searched you and He knows you.